Hi, friends. So I hope everybody is staying safe and staying well at home. This week's project is going to be really fun. I just did it myself and I had such a good time. I'm so excited for you all to see what we're going to be doing this week. This week, I want all of you to think about the color wheel because our project is going to be making our own color wheels using found objects, objects that we find in our houses, just like how we made our instruments. So I'm going to show you what I made, and then I'm going to teach you how to make it and different ways you can make it. All right, my friends. So what we have here, I made, as you can see, I went hunting in my house for any objects that I could find, and I made my own color wheel. It's pretty much in a circle. As you can see, we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I made another one over here using markers and crayons that I have. And of course, it's in the order. This might remind you of my clock that I have in my classroom. So I want to let you know you can use whatever objects you find in your house. For example, I used a cup. I used the top to a container. I used a scrunchie. I have some scrunchies over here that I used. I found a yellow t-shirt because I couldn't find anything else that was yellow. This is just a green bottle that I found. I want to show you the process that I used to make this because there's a certain way that we can do this, and this is just the way that I did it. So what I did, I have my little setup here. First, what was easiest for me is I took a piece of paper and I actually wrote down the colors in my color wheel. So second graders, we actually just learned about our in-between colors too. So I know that you all know this. I actually just first kind of wrote out the colors that I need. And first I wrote out the 6 colors of the color wheel. You can choose to make color wheels with the 6 colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or you can add the in-between colors too. So I have red, orange, orange, yellow, orange, which is kind of like a deep golden yellow, yellow, green, which is what we also call a lime green, green, blue-green, which is also a teal or a turquoise. I have a darker turquoise here. Blue, indigo, which is our dark blue, and purple or violet, okay? And the indigo can also be called blue-violet, remember. Okay, these are our in-between colors, or 4th graders, you might know them as intermediate colors. We have red-violet, or magenta, or that's where all your pinks are, and then it goes back to red, okay? But if this is too challenging for you, you can always just do the 6 color wheel, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So I'm starting off by just kind of mapping out my color wheel. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I'm going to say violet because we know indigo as blue-violet. And then the way that I did it first was I actually organized my color wheel by putting those 6 colors in first. Then, if you want to add in the other 6 colors, you can do that after. So I'm going to show you how I did that. As you can see here, I have my simplified version of my color wheel with my 6 colors that I'm using. And basically, after I found my objects, I just started to organize them. You can use a floor space, you can use a table, anything you want. So I organized my objects. Something cool that you could do, you could figure out, maybe you wanted to use all clothing items, make those into a color wheel. Maybe you wanted to use all, all food items that can be found in your kitchen. You can use whatever you want. I decided to just use random materials. So you see I have like markers in here, I have a pair of scissors, I have a comb, rubber bands, I have a sneaker. So I'm just using random materials. Once you have these 6 colors set up, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, then you can go in and you can figure out your in-between colors or your intermediate colors. So I'm going to remind you again, it's helpful to go in and write those in-between colors in between our 6 colors. So I have red, orange. That goes in between red and orange. I have orange yellow, which goes in between orange and yellow. I have yellow green, which goes in between my yellow and green, and you can also call that lime green or light green. That's what we call it in class. Blue green, I'm gonna write teal. That goes right in between blue and green. And then I'm gonna write indigo, but we can also call it blue violet, okay? You know blue violet. And then I'm gonna write red violet here, but you also know it, you also know it as magenta, okay? Or that's where your pinks would go. Okay, and I want you to have fun with this, so remember, nothing has to be perfect. So now that I have that, it's easy for me to see where everything goes if I need a little reminder. So I'm gonna start here. So I have my red, I have my orange. I wanna add a color that's in between red and orange here. So I found this perfect, this is a laundry, a dryer sheet container, and it's the perfect red orange, like a really dark orange. And I also have this cap here. This is like the perfect in between. So I'm just gonna you can place these however you want too. Maybe you can make a special design with them. Now I have my orange. What goes in between orange and yellow? Yellow, orange. So I wanna find that golden color. I found an envelope that was perfect and a scrunchie. So I'm putting that right in between here. So now we have a nice smooth transition with our colors. I have yellow. What goes in between yellow and green? Oh, that's my light green. So I have this cool bottle here. I have this nice light green paper. Now we can see we have a fuller color wheel coming together here. We have green. In between green and blue, we have our teals, which is, as you know, Miss Dana's favorite color. I found this cool coat hanger that is the perfect teal. I have some lighter teals here. This is just a bag of tissues that I used. So, use anything. Use recyclables, anything you can find. Now I have blue. I have my darker blue here. I want to put a nice blue violet in between the blue and the violet though, or an indigo as we call it. So the closest that I could find to indigo were actually some of these markers and crayons that are like that really dark blue that's turning into purple, okay? Then we have our violet, and I also wanted to include some lighter violets, which can also kind of be transitioning into the pink. I found some thread, I found a headband, some violet or periwinkle markers. And now, and I found these really cool violet batteries, which are interesting. I asked my dad if I could use those. So always remember to ask your parents first if you want to borrow an item that isn't yours. Forgot to put that one in. Okay, so that's good for that. What's missing? Oh, red violet or magenta. I thought that this scrunchie was perfect. And I'm gonna add that. Here's another pink that I can add. So that's all that I have for that right now. Of course, I wanna see what you have. I wanna see how creative you can get. I wanna just quickly go over and show you the one that I made that I had with my markers and crayons. I'm really proud of this one. I spent a while organizing it to really make it look like a circle. So I want to just go over again as a review. I have my darker reds here. Then we get into our red orange, our orange yellow, well, our orange first, then our orange yellow, our goldens, then our yellows, then our lime greens, okay, or our yellow greens, regular green. Green's starting to get a little darker. Now we're getting into our teals or our blue greens. Now we're getting into our light blues, regular blues. Blues are now getting darker, our indigos, violets, and red violets, and pinks and magentas. And then that turns back into red again. All of you know this. We've all spent a lot of time learning about this. You can think about the color wheels that I have in my classroom. Maybe you have a set of toys that you want to use. Maybe, like I said, I want you to get creative and think about what you want to do and arrange them however you want. If you don't want to arrange them in a circle, you don't have to. Maybe you want to arrange them in a line that's going across. Maybe you want to arrange them in a rainbow. I want you to get creative. I am so excited to see what you come up with. All right, everybody. So there you have it. That was my color wheel projects. I want to see what you make. I cannot wait to see what you come up with. Please send me what you make. Send me photographs, okay? Because once you make the color wheel, the photograph is really going to be what you have left of it, because of course you can't leave it like that forever. So I am so excited. I hope you have fun with this project. I hope you stay healthy and have a blast, and I miss all of you. All right, bye.